In this video, we're going to talk about whether or not you should be getting an expressway legal motorcycle in the Philippines. Now, this goes to the people who are, both locals na mga Pilipino tulad din natin, or even the foreigners that, are planning to stay here in the Philippines and they're thinking, I have a driver's license. Should I get a motorcycle? What displacement should I get? We're going to continue talking about that in a few moments. My name is Fitz. I make gaming and motorcycle content, and let's get to it. So I can personally divide this into 5 reasons. And the number 1 reason is that if it's your dream bike, I am not someone who's gonna tell you no. If it's your dream bike, go for it. Fuck it. Go. I'm not here to tell you you shouldn't be getting what you want, If it's your dream bike, I am all for it. You do you, boo-boo. Okay, now we have that out of the way. The second thing I would like to consider for you guys is, is it gonna be worth the money? Is it gonna be worth your budget? Because I used to think that, going on expressways was really the best thing that could happen to a motorcycle owner, but since I can go on expressways now, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it kind of felt anticlimactic for me, I mean, sure, it's fast. If you want to go from Batangas to Metro Manila in minutes, because you literally can do it in minutes, it is really quick. But of course, it's going to cost you a little bit more money, so is the extra budget worth it? I mean, if you live somewhere like in Laguna, or maybe even upwards, maybe if you're in Bulacan and you have work in Metro Manila, then yeah, sure, definitely getting something that is cheaper than a car but can go on expressways is a practical choice. So that also leads us to the third reason that I have, is the frequency of use in expressways anyways, because typically you would like to go on expressways for usually just for the speed, right? So that you can get from point A to point B quicker. But if you're gonna go for scenic routes, if you wanna just enjoy like a weekend ride, if it's gonna be nice weather, like it's actually pretty good outside right now, it's pretty overcast Sunday morning, you typically wouldn't want to go on an expressway anyways. You'd more likely want to go for those back road winding paths around villages and a couple of clearings and forests. I mean, there's still a lot of that, especially in Quezon province, and even going upwards towards other provinces like Aurora, especially towards Baguio, and I can just go on and on. Not a lot of them have like the expressway arteries, so to speak. It's not like everything is connected via expressways. And anyways, I mean, it's fast, like I said, but it doesn't feel like those breathtaking views from aside the cliffs when you're going through some of the roads in Tagaytay, or even when you're going through the Marilake twisties, for example. It doesn't feel as much fun. I mean, it's fast, yeah, sure, but I mean, if you want to go fast, there are racetracks around the country anyways that you can go to, which you can legally go fast as much as you can and as much as you want. The fourth reason that I want you guys to consider is the practicality. Since, like I said, if of course you have to go to the metro frequently, or you have to go from the metro to other cities that are outside the metro frequently, then yeah, definitely getting a motorcycle that can go on the expressway is literally more practical than getting a car. But I mean, is it going to be the most comfortable for you as well? Because that's also something that you should consider. Is it going to be practical if you're going to sacrifice the comfort of being in a car? And that's why there are a lot of cars already in Metro Manila anyways. We have a lot of extra cars out there. That's why it's always traffic, So that's also one thing for you to consider. Like, is it going to be just you, or do you have a family as well that you may want to bring along frequently? Then, of course, that's also one thing to consider. I mean, but if you have a car already, you have a family car, and you just want a weekend getaway vehicle, then yeah, of course, by all means, get yourself a motorcycle, right? So I'm just trying to give you guys a lot of the things that sometimes people forget when they're getting a motorcycle, especially if it's an expressway legal or if it's a non-expressway legal motorcycle, you know. And then what I would go for, which is the fifth and final reason, is the length of use. You know, like how long are you gonna plan to keep it? Is it gonna be a permanent vehicle that you're gonna have in your garage, or are you going to have to upgrade quickly? You know, if you want, for example, to get yourself a 650 after having a 400, then is it that immediate for you? You know, because technically speaking, I have friends that have expressway legal bikes, and they also have their 100cc scooters, which they use for daily commutes. And for me, technically, I mean, I would love that, but I don't have the money for 2 motorcycles. So I'm just using the Cafe 400 for both my daily commutes and for going around Luzon, basically. But I still haven't gone that far out frequently because I personally want to do that a lot with my partner. But we still currently don't have, like, you know, the proper schedule to do that. So who knows, maybe in the future we'll do travel vlogs together. But for now, I kind of feel, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just the romanticized thing, but you know, it doesn't feel right for me if she's not going around with me. So I mean, so yeah, that's basically it, you know. I hope you guys have a little bit more thought now into getting your motorcycle, if it's going to be an expressway legal one or if it's still not going to be one. But I mean, like I said, you know, if you can get it and it's your dream bike, I mean, basically, I mean, who am I to tell you no, you know, if it's something that you want and it's something that you work for, right? So yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you guys want to try out going on expressways anyways, I have seen people, or I think it's starting to get popular now because I've only seen it recently. You can actually rent some of these expressway legal motorcycles, and they already have their own RFIDs for both for SLEX and NLEX. So if you want to try that, then maybe you can save up and try and rent one for the weekend. You know, just bring it to the expressway, see how it goes. You know, I've been told that they have pretty strict requirements though. You know, so I'm not sure how that's gonna be or how that's gonna work. But like I said, you know, if you can rent out a motorcycle anyway that's expressway legal, then that is gonna be the perfect opportunity for you to try and see if something like that is gonna be worth it. You know, if trying to get something that can go on the expressway is worth it, or going on service roads and going on your scenic routes is going to be better for you, right? So that's basically it. If you guys have any more content suggestions that we can do for the Cafe 400, because I'm still planning to make more DIY stuff for it. I'm actually going to try and change some of the rubber that we have there. Like, this is for the O-ring seals for the oil pump below, and this is going to be the new oil filter O-rings that I'm going to try out. These are high temperature rubber, so I'm going to see if they're going to fit for our next oil change, which is going to be at another 2,500 kilometers. So still a decent way away, but once we get that done, we're gonna try and see if these dimensions work. Hopefully they will work, and we're gonna see how far that can bring us with these kinds of. They're actually pretty cheap as well. I mean, this is like a little over 100 pesos, and you already have several pairs, and this is I think 70, 80 pesos, and you already have 5 potential O-ring seals. So yeah, that's already cheap, and it's going to be good enough for, you know, several thousand kilometers anyways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Hope you guys have a great Sunday as well, and I shall be seeing you all in the future.